Hi guys. In this video, I'm going to explain the basic concepts of set theory. So, set theory is nothing but arranging things in groups, right? A group is nothing but a set and seeing how these sets can interact with each other. So, there is something known as the concept of Venn diagrams, which is used to create these sets. Now, what are Venn diagrams? Now, suppose I say that A is the set of elements 1, 2, and 3. Then I can represent it a circle 1 containing 1, 2, and 3. The circle represents the group. So all the numbers inside the group, they all belong to the group A or set A. Supposing I have another set B which contains the elements 5 and 6. Now because there is no common element in the two groups, I'll draw a separate circle containing 5 and 6 and call it B. Supposing I have a third set C which contains the elements, let us say 2, 7, and 9. Now this 2 is already there in A, so it means I can draw the set C like this. So this indicates that the number 2 belongs to both groups A and C. 7 and 9 belong only to C. 1 and 3 belong only to A. And 5 and 6 exclusively belong to B. So we can draw different groups of circles to indicate what are the common things which belong to the different groups and which are exclusively to one group. So this is nothing but the basic concept of set theory. So how do we use this for examples? Let us say it is given that there are two groups of people, let us say P and Q. The group P is the group of people who love tea, and Q is the group of people, let us say, who love coffee. Now, it is said that 45% of all the people love tea, and it is given that 65% of all the people love coffee. The first thing that we should understand is that the total population is always 400, is always 100, right? Total population is always 100%. So when we add 45% and 65%, we get the total as 110%. We can never have total population more than 100. Then why are we getting this? So let's see. So this 110 minus 100, 10% is extra. If I represent this as a group, I represent the tea lovers and the coffee lovers here. The extra 10%, let's first put in the common area. So this means that 10% of the total population likes tea and coffee, right? These 10% are common to both. Now, tea alone is 45%, right? Out of which 10% has already been put in the common area. So, this area is 45 minus 10, that is 35%. What does this mean? This means out of the total 45% of tea lovers, 10% are such who, in addition to tea, also like coffee. And out of the 45, the remaining 35% like only tea but not coffee. Similarly, the total number of coffee lovers is given as 65%, out of which 10% is already there. So 65 minus 10, 55% comes in the remaining area. So this means that out of 65% of coffee lovers, 10% are those who love both coffee and tea, and 55% are only coffee but not tea. If we add all these numbers, 35 plus 10 is 45, 45 plus 55 is 100. So all 100% of the population is counted for. So whatever is in excess of 100% is the area which is common to both the people, right? So this is the basic concept of set theory. Now, there are certain basic formulas which you can understand here. Now, let's take the example of coffee and tea the same as before. Tea lovers total 45, coffee lovers total 65. So 45 plus 65, 110. The excess is 10. So 35 is purely tea and 55 is purely coffee. Now, the number of tea lovers is equal to 45. The number of coffee lovers is equal to 65. Now, the total number of tea and coffee lovers. So we represent that by intersection. So the number of tea and coffee lovers. This symbol stands for intersection. This is both tea and coffee. So this is given by the number common to both, which is equal to 10. Now, the number of people who love tea and coffee, tea union coffee. So that is total number inside the circles. 35 plus 10, 45 plus 55 is equal to 100. So you can derive the formula that the number of union of sets is the individual numbers, that is n of t plus n of c minus n of t intersection c. So the total number of people union C should be equal to number of tea 45 plus number of coffee 65 minus the number common to both. This is equal to 100, which is exactly the number of people who are either tea or coffee or both. So remember the formula. N of all the people counted is individual numbers, n of t plus n of c minus the intersection value.